An attempted murder suspect is back behind bars after a bond hearing today. The 23-year-old is accused of shooting from his car into the McDonald's at Tillman's Corner.
Fox News reporter Letitia Bush was in the courtroom this morning. She's joining us now in the studio with the latest. Letitia, what happened?
Well, a judge granted Darren Gaddis a $125,000 bond on each of his 2 attempted murder charges. On top of that, the judge is requiring Gaddis to come up with $30,000 in cash before he can get out on bond. Darren Gaddis pleaded not guilty on both of his attempted murder charges today. He stood beside his attorney, Jeff Dean, who isn't revealing much about his client's defense.
Still way too early to even discuss whether or not he's the one that actually pulled out the gun.
Gaddis was already granted bond for earlier charges stemming from the restaurant shooting. But after Fox 10 News pressed for answers on the case, things changed. Gaddis was initially charged with shooting into an occupied building and assault, and later the district attorney decided to upgrade his charges. Gaddis's charges were upgraded to attempted murder. He eventually turned himself in. Dean says the burden is on the state to prove Gaddis attempted to kill.
They'd have to show he had some type of intent to kill somebody. That'd be, and not only that, but plus he's the one that did the shooting. So we'll have to see later on as the evidence pans out.
Prosecutors believe the suspect shot into the restaurant after an argument with a man in the drive-thru. It was a terrifying night for customers.
There's like all these shots, pop, 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 pop.
Everybody started screaming and running and hiding.
Investigators say a man was shot in the leg, and Jeff Brown, who was inside the restaurant, was grazed by a bullet.
While they were shooting, he stepped back out, and I told him to get back in the restroom and don't come out till I come get him. And when I went in the restroom, he was just snuggled up in the corner on his knees. And what was you doing? What was you doing in the restroom?
Praying.
A preliminary hearing is set for November 14th. For now, Gaddis remains in Metro Jail. Investigators say there may be a second shooter in this case. We will continue to follow this developing story.